Welcome back, everybody, to Toy Thursday. I feel like we haven't done one of these in a while. Brendan here, Dad Planet. If you're new, it's good seeing you for the first time. If you are not new, it's good seeing you again. Here we go. You know how this goes. So we're looking at monster toy sales from the eBay catalog. A lot of these have sold today. Super fast sales, scorching hot market for toys, especially vintage. We're looking for used in particular, not much that's going to come across the waves here that are new. Used toys sitting in your attic, old school, collecting dust, but worth tons of money. Let's do a little housekeeping first. If you have sold something similar, what I'm looking for is a sale that's over at least $200, preferably a used toy, and it's been relatively recent. Shoot me an email at dadplanetofficial@gmail.com. If it looks good, I will feature it on the show. I'll give you a shout out. Without further ado, let's get into the first one. PJ Sparkles, super cute line of dolls, made by Mattel, early 90s. They also did a show for it, and if I'm not mistaken, the lady that voiced PJ Sparkles, she's also the voice of Ariel from Little Mermaid. So yeah, some useless information for you there. But anyway, this listing here sold for $245. The funny thing is it says puppy dog, but I'm pretty sure that this is a bunny. Anyway, $245 for this this one in particular. There's the tag, Mattel, 1989. PJ Sparkles bunnies are most certainly a BOLO. Here's one that was bid up to $305, $200, $159 here for a pink one. I do not know what makes them different color-wise, if they all have different names, but it's a BOLO. So if you've got PJ Sparkles bunny rabbits sitting in the attic, grab them because they're worth a ton of money. I'll move on to the next one. This was one of my most beloved toys. Shout out to you, Aunt Joni. None of my family watches any of this stuff, but I had this exact toy when I was younger. This is a G1 original Megatron Transformer. When I look at this, it like brings fake tears to my eyes because I want it back. I remember the card and everything. So yeah, imagine like, you know, a realistic gun like this being produced in today's time. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't think we're in the right time period to be creating toys this realistic, especially one that looks like it does here. So you probably get yourself in a lot of trouble in the streets. But anyway, these were good to go when I was young. So yeah, $319. I mean, Megatron, the original G1, it's certainly a BOLO here. Here's one that sold for $185. Here's parts only that sold for $44. You get one brand new in the box. Somebody paid $700 for that. Says it has never been transformed. Unbelievable. Transformers, the originals, just the market is scorching hot. I'm seeing now not only mid to early 90s, mid to early 80s, almost everything is at all-time highs price-wise. So yeah, we're just going to keep it going here. Thundercats. I never played with Thundercats when I was young. I would have been 9 in 1986. This is the electronic Cat's Lair. I think there's a regular Cat's Lair also from Thundercats that is still a very high dollar amount selling BOLO. This one you're going to get much more money for. So $800 here. This with the box. It says box only, best offer of $1,000. Hard to say where this landed at. Maybe $500. It's possible that sold for that price. Here's one that was bid up to $1,050, 29 bids. And then here is the head, original part that sold for best offer. Let's call that one $200. So yeah, Thundercats, the electronic one. This is a huge money BOLO, and only going to go up the way it looks. So keep your eye out for it. We will move on to the next one, which is a super original, very old toy. This is a Lionel hand car Mickey Mouse. This is from the 1930s. This version is the orange version. It is definitely a BOLO. It sold for $575, but if you can find a hand car that is in an alternate color, you're still going to make a very good amount of money on it. So here's one that is maroon that had tracks that sold for $320. This one looks like it's red, $442, also with tracks. Here you go right here. This one has the key as well. This sold for $800 used. Another one down here, $800. Although is this Mickey Mouse? Because it looks like it's got Santa on it. So that one is a little bit of a different version, but still $800. I mean, unbelievable. This looks obviously like it came from the same seller, just a day apart right here. $799, $799. So unbelievable sales for that seller right there. But yes, this is certainly a BOLO. So estate sales. That's where this is going to turn up. Keep your eye out if you head to estate sales. Next one here, Hasbro For Real Friends. This is Butterscotch the pony. This is the 3-foot tall version, I believe, from 2007. It sold for $250. She has her carrot, which is probably extremely hard to find together, but it is still a BOLO even without the carrot. Here's a version that sold for $300, one for best offer here. This one came with the box. It doesn't mention if it has the carrot or not, but still sold for $500. And $225 here, brand new, $800 with $100 in shipping. Definitely a BOLO. This will turn up at Goodwill's. They'll put like $9 on it or $19 on it, and you will find it. You will find it in a thrift store. So keep your eye out for her. There are other versions of the Butterscotch pony, like updated versions that will still sell for a decent dollar amount, but none that are going to command the price that this one does. So keep your eye out for it for sure. Okay, the next one. Who knew, who thought in a million years that like baseball cards would come back, all right? And this one boggles my mind. I'm baffled by this sale. So this is a 1988 starting lineup, and it's 5 cards in total. It's 2 John Stocktons, 2 Thurl Baileys, and then one Reggie Miller. Sold for $440. I don't know. I don't get this. So if you understand what's going on here, let me know in the comments, because I don't. None of the 3 of these players ever won a championship. So I can't really figure out, were there errors on these cards? Were they cut different? Are they pictures of the wrong people? That's definitely John Stockton in the images. That's certainly Thurl Bailey, and that's definitely Reggie Miller. So I don't understand what is going on here. What this illustrates is, pull your old cards out and start going through them and valuing them, because I can't envision a scenario where once the card market dies off, that it will ever return. I mean, we went, what, a 30-year period where cards were like just trash. They were just garbage. And now all of a sudden they're at like all-time highs. I don't get it. So hold on to your cards. Don't get rid of them anymore. This is like a super anomaly in the reselling world, if you ask me. But yeah, what's going on this listing? $440 for these 5 cards. I don't get it. I don't understand it. This one, however, I do understand, and you folks should as well. The My Pet Monsters should not be a surprise to you. What I can tell you is their values are at all-time highs. This one sold for $243. He obviously has the handcuffs with him, and he is in fantastic condition. These are starting to sell in the $300 range. You can probably get $350 if you hold out for a little bit longer. This isn't even the most exciting My Pet Monster sale, if you ask me. It's the next one. So this I will show you here, $243. This is the second listing right here, is just for the handcuffs, $51. My Football Monster right here sold for $141. You know, you go continue to go down, and then you eventually arrive at Stronger. So STRONGUR. This guy sold for $1,200. Get a good look at him. That's a wonderful picture. That's another good picture, and that's it. Three pictures. When you know what you have, it doesn't take much. So Stronger sold for $1,200. Yeah, $1,200. Wouldn't that be nice if you were having a slow sales day like I'm having today? That is just unbelievable. From 1986, and you know, condition aside, like its rarity alone it's probably worth $1,200. But even in the condition that he's in, it's really not that bad. It's not bad. If he was in mint condition, I'm gonna say $1,500, maybe $2,000 if you could find one that is in mint condition. Where you're gonna find that, I don't really know, but $1,200 is a major score. So kudos to that seller. 2012 Bud Light, good for you, buddy. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one, which is Home Accents Halloween, a 6-foot standing skeleton. This stuff is sold at Home Depot. It's obviously sold out. The reason I have this listed, even though it sold for $600 on a bid from a seller that only has 2 two feedbacks, so they're relatively new, is they're still clearancing the Halloween items, right? So you remember that like big, huge, like 20-foot tall skeleton or whatever that was they were selling earlier in the Halloween season? Those were selling for like $1,000 online, and they were only $300 in store. I actually have some of these spiders that Home Depot sold that look exactly like this. They were for indoor use only, but they like moved up and down and animated and just super, super cool. I forgot I had them. Still have them in a storage unit. So yeah, I should probably get those listed here. But this guy sold for $600 after Halloween. I mean, go to Home Depot and check to see what they're clearancing on Halloween items, because you might end up finding something like this or similar that is still a BOLO that might be flying under the radar, and that will bring us to there it is right there. I forgot to show you that screen. That's Home Depot. That's what they were priced at, $50. So that's a really, really good flip. Obviously, it's just items currently out of stock. So we're on to the last one, and it is a vintage Mattel Rumblers. These are not Hot Wheels. They are Rumblers. This is the Eagle and Rider. Maximize the screen for you to give you a better look. There's only one driver, but there are two vehicles here, and then I'm going to show you a picture of, okay, you can kind of see it right there. It says Rumblers. There's Bold Eagle, and then I thought they had a picture of them together. Yes, right there. So Bold Eagle here, brown, yellow. These bad boys were bid 18 bids, bid up to $2,126. Look at what he said. This came from a large lot of vintage Hot Wheels from a local estate. So an estate sale find. This guy did the research, found he had something rare, slapped, you know, a buck, no reserve on his auction or whatever. I didn't really check that close. And then it got bid up to $2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why we are all in this business, to find those scores that make your heart skip beats. Brendan here, Dad Planet, dadplanetofficial@gmail.com. If you like what you see and you want to see more of it, make sure you are subscribed. Hit the bell notification icon. Give me a like. Let me know in the comments what's going on with the baseball cards. What's going on in markets you see that are toy related that like maybe I haven't mentioned. The early 80s, the mid 80s, the mid 90s. Prices that I haven't seen ever. They're at absolute all-time highs. That's where we're at. That's what I'm noticing. That's what I'm looking for when I'm headed to estate sales. I'm going to some on Friday. I'm going to some on Saturday. Wish me luck. I'm out of here. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next video.